To continue the list, there's also Dreamfire. Don't worry if this isn't instantly ringing any bells, because she's only mentioned briefly back in the small council meeting during episode 2. Dreamfire gets name-dropped because Daemon steals one of her eggs that was intended for Rhaenyra's baby brother, Baelon Targaryen, who died briefly after Queen Aemma gave birth to him in episode 1. Princess Helaena will eventually ride Dreamfire, according to the book. Aemond tries to force Helaena to ride Dreamfire into battle during Season 2, but she refuses. Viserys and Alicent's daughter, Princess Helaena, Phia Saban, will eventually be the one to ride Dreamfire, as per the 2018 Fire and Blood book by Game of Thrones author George R.R. Martin. The Season 1 finale introduces Vermithor, who is one of the riderless dragons living on Dragonstone. It's definitely helpful for Rhaenyra and Daemon to have several dragons that could be tamed in time for a coming civil war. Although Vermithor isn't as big as Vhagar, he's still a towering beast. Aemond tries to force Helaena to ride Dreamfire into battle during Season 2, but she refuses. He's introduced when Daemon goes wandering into the caves underneath Dragonstone. He returns in Season 2, Episode 7, when Rhaenyra calls all the Targaryen bastards to King's Landing, so they can attempt to ride Vermithor and the other dragons. He returns in Season 2, Episode 7, when Rhaenyra calls all the Targaryen bastards to King's Landing, so they can attempt to ride Vermithor and the other dragons. Vermithor responds to the group by incinerating most of them. Ouch! After the initial chaos, he attempts to sacrifice himself so someone else can escape from a hulking dragon. Instead, Vermithor stares at Hugh, who realizes that he's managed to tame the giant beast. Silverwing also lives under Dragonstone. The 7th episode of Season 2 also spotlights another feisty dragon, Silverwing. She doesn't go on a rampage like Vermithor, but her brief appearance makes it clear that she isn't to be messed with. Shortly after, Silverwing's new rider flies over King's Landing in a show of strength. The Green's forces are shown to be terrified just at the sight of her. Oath the White accidentally bonds with Silverwing. It's ironic that Oath the White, Tom Bennett, was so reluctant to go to Dragonstone when Rhaenyra called for Targaryen bastards, and then managed to tame a dragon. He didn't even want the power and responsibility. Oath fled to the Dragonstone caves when Vermithor started killing the bastards, and he eventually stumbled upon Silverwing while she slept. He didn't even want the power and responsibility. Oath fled to the Dragonstone caves when Vermithor started killing the bastards, and he eventually stumbled upon Silverwing while she slept. Sunfire takes part in the fight above Rook's Rest. In the 4th episode of Season 2, the battle between the Greens and Blacks escalated around Rook's Rest Castle. As the armies clashed on the ground, the dragons took to the sky. While Aemond and Vhagar fought Rhaenys and Malays, Sunfire surprised everyone by joining the fight alongside Vhagar. Sunfire, as the name suggests, is brightly colored with golden scales and pink-tipped wings. But despite his impressive appearance, he's not a formidable opponent, especially against a ferocious beast like Malays. Sunfire gets severely wounded because of this and crashes into the nearby woodland. It's not clear if he survived the fight. King Aegon Targaryen, Tom Glencarney, rides Sunfire in the series, but audiences don't see him take flight until Season 2, Episode 4. Aemond and Kristen Cole, Fabian Frankel, had planned to ambush the Greens with Vhagar, but Aegon threw a spanner in the works when he appeared above the battlefield on Sunfire in an attempt to show strength to his army. As fans now know, that didn't go so well, as Aegon was severely burnt by Malays in the fight before he and Sunfire crashed to the ground. The dragon survived, according to Fire and Blood. Rhaenyra learns that Sheepstealer doesn't have a rider, in Season 2, Episode 6. Rhaenyra Targaryen, Phoebe Campbell, learns that a riderless dragon has been roaming the Vale and eating sheep from the fields. She even sees a group of charred sheep carcasses that have clearly been roasted by the dragon. This is Sheepstealer, and he's written by a woman named Nettles in the book, but the character doesn't appear in House of the Dragon. Instead, the writers have given Nettles' storyline to Rhaenyra because she goes looking for Sheepstealer. Rhaenyra goes hunting for Sheepstealer in the Vale during Episode 7, but doesn't find the dragon until the last episode of Season 2. Sheepstealer lives in the Vale.